And while you still have the mic, for those residents that faithfully recycle with more than one recycle container, will they be given the opportunity to pay, how many, to pay for
The cards that
multi-containers?
you're getting, and again, this card is just for paper and cardboard. You're still going to use your bucket for bottles and cans. The cart is a 92-gallon cart, so it's a big cart. And when we did the study in Medford and Evesham, we gave out a smaller cart, a 65-gallon, and I think less than 5% of the homes needed to move up to a 95-gallon cart. It's going to be the township's call how you want to plan to give extra containers to residents. For most of them, this is going to more than meet their needs, and if they have an occasional overflow, if they set it next to the cart, our driver will still get out and manually put that into the truck.
Okay, thank you. Can I yield to you?
Thank you. You partially answered part of my question. What about oversized cardboard, things like that?
What we've asked people to do, and again, the carts, if you shove cardboard in there and it's sticking 3 feet out the top, the automated arm can still pick it up. So in the rare cases where people are moving in or have a huge amount, the literature we're giving them says if it won't fit, place it next to the cart or use your township drop-off, which is the same behavior they've been doing all along.
Okay, and how, my original question, how is the rewards program funded?
Through that $7.20.
So you're looking $7.20 per household per year is going to cover $1 million.
Yes.
I had one question. We spoke about being mandatory for residents to participate in the program. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure. The question that was asked was, is it mandatory for me to participate? The state of New Jersey, recycling is mandatory for all residents. Whether you want to participate in the rewards program or not is purely your prerogative. We seem to think that there's some goodness to it. We find that people are more motivated, more encouraged. They start to look for things to recycle. So we'll leave that up to you.
Mr. Foss has a question.
Yes, Mr. Foss.
The recycling that's dropped off in the back here, how does that tie into the program at all, if at all?
It doesn't. We're focused on residential.
Solely residential.
What we might find over time is people will say, I don't need to take it there. I have a larger container at home.
And we did find that with the cart program, that when we surveyed the residents before and after they got their carts and asked them, are they using their township drop-off more or less? And everybody said they were using it less because they had the carts, so that will eliminate some of your management problems here with the amount of staff you've got to dedicate to maintaining the drop-off.
I have one question. How could we get our local schools to participate in the program?
So we have what we call the Green Schools Community Fund,
Okay.
which we fund Recycle Bank funds along with some of our corporate sponsors. So that's where other monies come from to fund the program for corporate sponsorship. And what we'll do is we would work with you to enroll your school into the Green Fund. There's an application process for that.
And who will be responsible for getting the word out to the residents regarding this program?
Great question. So part of our program fee not only covers the technology, that RFID tag, working with the county and OTC to retrofit their trucks so that we can actually do the data collection, covers the reward program, but we also have the community outreach that we'll do in conjunction with the county to make sure that it's consistent. But we will be responsible for educating the residents on the rewards aspect of it, making sure that it's consistent and congruent with how the county wants to collect the fiber. Anything else to add to that, Ann?
You may do a mailing or when you
Ms.
get...
Moore, could you just come forward to the... Thank you, Connie. Just wanted to go.
Yeah, when they get the cards, and depending on the timing of, if you choose to go forward with Recycle Bank, depending on the timing, when they get the cart, they'll get information on Recycle Bank. If you don't move that fast, then Recycle Bank will give literature to go out later that when they ship the cart, I'm guessing they'll deliver the information. But when the residents get the cart, there's going to be a full-color brochure that's inside a plastic sleeve so that they'll get, what do I do with my cart? It's going to have another calendar. It's going to have what to put in the cart. And then Mike's got his own set of info.
Thank you, Ann. We actually will send to each resident what we call our welcome kit. That will explain how the program works, what can and cannot be recycled. This is for a single-stream recycling program, but we would customize this and co-brand it with your logo, your seal, your information on there. We typically find that this comes with either a letter from the mayor or from council. It gives you an opportunity to talk about sustainability, green initiatives, things like that. So there's really a multi-pronged campaign communication program that goes out there. We have dedicated project managers that will work with you and work with the county to roll out the program. And then after rollout, there is dedicated account management.
And my last question would be the $7.20 per year, how is that collected?
That would be invoiced from Recycle Bank to the township on a monthly basis or quarterly basis.
Council? Kim? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
It's okay, thanks. Mrs. Stinney, you had asked earlier about commercial businesses, and you, I don't know, maybe I missed it, I don't think that was addressed.
I'm sorry.
Commercial businesses? I think Mrs. Stinney asked that very early on, and you said you were going to answer that later.
So two parts on the commercial side. I'm sorry if I missed the commercial recycling. We don't focus on commercial recycling. We focus on residential curbside recycling. But if you do have local businesses that are participating in the curbside pickup program, they too could have a cart. What we've found in other communities, that they are giving their firehouses, police stations, carts. And as they do recycling with the same type of collection, right, like residential curbside collection, they're earning rewards. And what's neat, what Cherry Hill is doing with those rewards that their fire stations are earning, is they're actually using those rewards to go buy batteries and buy smoke detectors and be able to give back to the community. So they actually see a nice savings on things that they would have to go out and buy anyway. So it's a nice way to adjunct their budget.
There's a gentleman who isn't here this evening, and I hope he doesn't mind me using his name, but we spoke many times about recycling, and we talked about the Cherry Hill program and the program in Philadelphia, and I kind of call it the all-in-one program. Do you know how close the county is with an all-in-one kind of program? That's just my little term.
That's all right. I'll defer to Ann.
We're looking at that. The cost to put in, it's single stream is the term of art that they use.
Single stream, thank you.
And that's one of the reasons we suggested to the towns that you get the 90-gallon cart versus the 65 is that if within a few years we do go single stream, that cart should hold both bottles and cans and paper and cards. So we are just completing a cost analysis to look at what it would take to upgrade our plant, and it's several $1 million. So we need to see if the savings on the collection side are going to pay the thing off within a certain period of time, and we should be presenting that to the freeholders by the end of the year and hopefully have a decision as to which way we're going. But it does appear to be the wave of the future. So if we're going to do it, I would guess within 3 years we're going to be